Good evening, everybody. Calling together the December 2nd, 2021 Historic Preservation Board meeting at 5:35. Hope everyone is well this evening. Let's do the approval of the minutes from November 4th. Has everybody had a chance to look at those?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Any corrections? Discussion?
No.
Jim, since it's your last time doing these, I had to find one thing.
Okay, that's fine. Where is it?
It was on the paragraph about the minutes. No, it's let me see here. It's number 5 under action items. The last sentence, it was moved. I think it's missing. It
yep.
Moved Mira Majat,
Yep.
however you want to fix that.
It was moved by Mira. Okay.
Yeah, it was moved by Mira. That's
Oh.
the only thing I saw.
Glad you saw that. Somebody's reading the minutes.
Yeah, I just.
Anything else? Okay. Anybody want to make a motion to accept the minutes?
So moved.
Tom moved. Any further?
I second.
Mira?
Second, Mira. Any further conversation? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Do we need to call it separately, Jim?
No, that's fine.
Okay, all right. Okay, and then, moving on to, there are no introductions or communications, and there's no public participation tonight, and there are no action items. So we're down to informational items. Number 6, update 6.1, update of status of 1057 Penfield Road. I think Shannon had a report on that. Is that correct, Shannon?
Sorry, my computer just crashed a little bit. What was the last thing you said?
Okay, do you have an update on 1057 Penfield Road? You were going to go out and look at that property, I think, and find out what they were working on. It just says update of status of Penfield 57.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was 1075, right?
Oh. We had it at 1057 for some reason, but that's fine.
Jim has 1057, but if we can correct that if it's wrong, 1075, right? Okay.
Yes, 1075.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and tell us what you found out?
So I did drive over there and hoping to talk to someone, but no one was around. But they did recently apply for a remodel permit after I had already gone, before I got to call them. So they applied for a remodel permit on November 10th. It was approved by one of the building inspectors on the 18th. They haven't picked up the permit yet, so they shouldn't have started any work yet. But they are proposing a few exterior changes.
Okay. Do we know if it's, Jim, do we know if it's still owned by the same person?
I have no idea, Joan. I have not been involved in this
It's
whatsoever.
a new owner, I guess. They acquired the property not too long ago. I don't know exactly when.
Okay. All right.
Charlie Arena, I think is the name. That's the one I have on the permit, at least.
Okay. So I guess, Tom, that's just something you can keep an eye on, and
But what is
maybe Kathy can give us some background on the property, how old it is, what, you know.
But right now, we don't have any responsibility for that.
Right. We just want it, because that's in that area where there are some, historic houses. Maybe we want to just keep abreast of what they're doing.
Okay, was that in the work that was done back in the 80s?
I believe
I
it was.
don't know for sure.
I
because
think it may have been.
I wasn't thinking of that house until I saw them pulling dumpsters in because it sits so far back from the road. But there is a book that lists all of those properties in that stretch. So if you get together with Kathy, I'm sure she can help you locate it.
Yeah.
That may
Well,
be
Jim
in
sent me
Spurgeon
the
King's
list. I
report
just-
too, Joan.
Pardon, Jim?
That may be in Spurgeon King's report.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know, but it's worth checking on.
Very good.
Okay,
All right.
Is he the one that owns Arena's Florists? I know Charles Arena owns that florist. You know Arena's downtown?
Yes, yeah,
I wonder if that's him. Just curious.
yes, I don't know.
He's owned other properties in Penfield as well.
Right, I was gonna say, I know him from when I worked downtown, and he does own a lot of the different properties, so potentially, yes. All right, just as we did that as a point of interest to make sure if it is historic, I don't even know the year that it was built, but I'm sure Kathy can help us with that. All right, moving on to 7, we don't have anything held, and 8, other business, none, 9, old business, none, and then new business. 10.1, did everybody get the copy of the letter that draft that Jim sent us today on SHPO recommendation?
yep.
Yes.
Okay. Any comments?
It sounded like SHPO was interested in getting a letter from you. I think it's going to be a foregone conclusion that they designate the property, at least what I felt in my discussions with Virginia Bartos from the state, but they were very appreciative of the fact that the board would send them a letter of support because they want all the support as they possibly can get for this designation. So if anybody has any changes, I'd be happy to make them. I was just talking to Joan before the meeting. I initially thought that maybe we would take out the link for the site to the newspaper article, but it was a good article, and I am going to send them this electronically as well as in the mail, so they can open it if they want to.
That
Yeah, I
was
tried to open it and I couldn't get the link to work.
Really? Did you copy the whole thing and put it on your computer line to do that?
No, I didn't because it had it was in blue with the lines under it.
Yeah, I think you got to copy it and then put it on your line there.
It's the same, it's the article that I sent to everybody, right, Jim?
That's right.
Yeah, I
Okay,
just
you are-
clicked on it and it opened.
It did open,
It
Mira?
opened?
It did,
Okay.
okay. Well,
Good.
Maybe you need to hold control and click on it.
okay, I'll
Yeah.
give that a try.
Yeah.
I think I read the article anyway.
Right.
So
But
Joan,
I think the pictures in there really were, spoke for themselves, the variety of work that he did.
so Joan, I'd like to get to you in the next couple of days or so and have you sign the original, and then I'll send that on, and then scan it and send it electronically for them to have it as well.
Okay, because the meeting's next week, right?
Yeah, so we have to have it to them by the 8th.
Okay. All right. Well, just let me know. I can meet up. I can come over to the town hall and meet up with you someplace.
Very good, thank you. All right, we do need a motion and a second for it.
Okay. Would anyone like to make a motion to approve? So sending of a letter to SHPO regarding designation of the 86 Mountain Road.
I'll make a motion.
Mira?
Oh, is-
Mira, go
Mira.
ahead.
Who's
Mike, you
seconds?
want a second?
Second,
Mike?
Mike.
Very
Any
good.
further conversation? Okay, all in
Yeah,
favor?
I just had one comment. If this is this designation doesn't make it a town of Penfield designation
No, it's
automatically,
a
does it?
state designation, I believe.
Now, so should we also have it designated for the town?
You can take that action. I mean, might be one of the things you'd look at next year as one of your 2022 options. You certainly could do that. no question. Again, if you saw the wording that was put together by Virginia, it appears the owners applied directly to the state for this. You may have to contact the owners to see if they're interested in having a local landmark as well.
Okay. But it
That'll be a
just
nice
still
homework.
seems odd to me that the state wouldn't have come right back to this board before it did anything.
I'm kind of surprised as well, but
Right.
I think the letter they sent is what their idea of notification is. So for Shannon, that will be a good homework assignment, I guess, after the first of the year to meet with those people and see if they want to do that for a local designation. Much of the work has already been done, so it wouldn't be a hard or difficult process to go through
Right.
to do it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye, unanimous. This isn't part of the motion, but I was telling Jim that I've been through the house twice. A long time ago during the centennial, and then when it was for sale, I went to the open house and I introduced myself. I mean, I didn't pretend I was trying to buy it. And it's a very interesting house, so it might be worth your while for the board to, introduce yourself to the owner and see if, they're willing to show it to you. I mean, it has a spiral staircase. It had Kelly Green kitchen cabinets, the sunken living room, all kinds of stuff. Pretty backyard. So it's interesting because it's so different from anything else we've ever designated. So it's up to you, but I think you would enjoy seeing it. All right. And Jim sent out a few days ago your meeting schedule for 2022. Does everybody have that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we don't need to vote on that, do we? Or
Yes, you do, actually.
Okay.
I know that, Tom, you had some concern for a couple of the meetings early on.
Yes, the February and April boards, I've already planned to be on vacation. If we were doing something remotely, I might be able to manage, but for those 2 dates, I've got a conflict.
That's fine. I think you can work with a board member to act as your fill-in for that meeting if you need to do that. We'll see if we even have applications or what the situation is at that point in time.
Yeah.
But everybody's good. There's no other real conflicts. I tried to stay away from all the holidays as best I could, so it appears we're in pretty good shape that way.
Okay. Anybody want to make a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
Steve? Was that Steve or Mike?
Mike.
It was Mike.
Mike. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, let me just take over for a second, Joan.
Okay.
So this is obviously Joan's last meeting as a member of the board. I thought it would be appropriate to do a little bit of history since we are an historic preservation board, and wanted everybody to know that Joan actually was appointed by the town board as a member of the Historic Preservation Board on January 2nd, 1992. So if she'd hung around for another few weeks, she would have started her 30th year on the board. That is pretty historic. In 2014, after
I feel every minute of it.
2014, after George Shaw passed, Joan assumed the chair for the board. I can't believe it's been 7 years since he's passed and you've been chair. But I just want you to know, and I'm sure other board members will reflect, but I want you to know how much I've enjoyed working with you and the board. I constantly tell the world, and Debbie can verify that because I say it in front of her a lot, that I think you're probably one of, if not the best boards in Penfield. I love the fact that you respect each other meeting after meeting after meeting and work well together. I think the chemistry on this board has been one of the best of all the boards I've worked on, and I've worked on a lot of boards over 41 years. So just very, very pleased to have been with you. I know, Joan, I remember cold nights when you're taking George home in the wintertime because he couldn't do it himself. Just amazing the effort that you've put forth in in guiding the board over the years and spending tons of time with me. Tom, you'll learn, and so will Shannon. It's not just a one-day-a-month meeting. There's a lot of background work that goes into it, and she made it look easy, so I wanted to thank you for your efforts for all those years.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure and an honor. I've enjoyed it thoroughly. I really had no idea what it was going to be like when I started, but I agree with you that it's been a great board to be on and work with. And I've dealt with a lot of boards too as a staff person, so I know what goes into, pulling it all together. Which is why, Jim, can I take over for a minute?
Sure.
We were going to have a celebration for you tonight as your last meeting. So
I've been celebrated enough in this town over the last year or so that's fine.
All right. Well, I wanted to say on behalf of everybody, because we were all going to celebrate, but you will be receiving something in the mail. But I have truly appreciated all the time you've spent. It's made my job easier, and I think the board probably feels the same way about their job.
I appreciate that, and to reciprocate, you will also receive something soon as well. So,
Hey, Joan, on behalf of the town board, thank you for all you've done for the 30 years you've given to this town, to the Historical Preservation Board, and all that you've done. So I know you've made our town a better place because of what you've done. So thank you.
Here, here.
Thank you, Debbie. That's very
Thank you both. It's been fun working with you.
yeah.
And you
And
as
we'll
well.
miss you both.
You have a great
I'll
staff.
miss all of you too. It's always, there's a time to come and a time to go, but when it's been a pleasurable experience, it stays with you forever. So
Absolutely.
thank you again.
And you've got great staff to work with next year, and I'm sure Shannon will do a phenomenal job.
Right. I was just going to say, and Shannon, I think you won't find it difficult. Maybe a lot of work, but everybody's nice.
Thank you. Yes, I can tell so far.
Okay.
Yeah. And we need some of that young blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a little anemic,
do.
Mira.
Yeah. I agree. It's important to do that, and I think it's hard to get people today
Yeah.
to that are younger that want to commit that kind of time. So hopefully Tom will have a full board soon.
Well, on that subject, have we made any progress talking to people?
I think they've interviewed people. I'm not quite sure where they are yet. I'm hoping that they will certainly bring you in as part of that review process. I know, Debbie, you have a meeting on Saturday, an executive session on Saturday.
We do, and Tom, I should share with you that we are looking at all the boards, the openings on all the boards and the applications we've had. So as everyone, I believe on this call knows, that Marie Cinti will be taking over as a supervisor January 1st. So some of these are her, we're working with her, and they are her appointments, so, or in the board's appointments. So yes, we will, Tom, have that hopefully sooner.
Good.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
And finally, I'd just like to say, Dave, thank you for your patience with all of us pulling ourselves together on Zoom in the past.
Dave is a shepherd, and we're the sheep.
You're most welcome.
He even advised me on what kind of camera to get because I wasn't coming across very clearly. So he's been a big help. So thanks your staff too. And I have nothing else. There's no executive session, and the next meeting is January 6th. And we have to have our official adjournment person
Mike?
make the motion.
The next meeting going to be a Zoom meeting?
Not necessarily. We just did this because it's not even 6 o'clock yet, and it would have taken you longer to get here and get home than it would have for the meeting itself. So it was probably just easier to get you all at your homes and do what you had to do here.
Okay, well, I guess on that note, Joan, thanks a lot. Jim, thank you. And I'm going to do my official duty. I move to adjourn.
A second? Somebody got a second?
I second.
Mira second.
Everybody have a great holiday, and who knows,
Yep.
Joan and I might end up going to the meeting on the 6th. You never know.
Yeah, I'm counting on it.
Okay.
All right.
All right, take
Everybody have a
care.
great holiday.
Good holiday.
Bye-bye.
All right.